I wanted to talk about CapCut templates. I think coming across on my feed all the time, probably because I use them, are these CapCut templates. And I guess I'm a little bit curious. I was curious how Bayleigh felt about it, but I think that I'm starting to see again the practical application of that. The AI has finally like come around well enough where you can use these things in a way that it used to be like you would have to fit right inside their perfect little templated box of content. Like if you weren't making one that fit perfectly with the message that the original template was trying to portray, then you couldn't use them, or it was difficult to use them. You had to be kind of creative with them. And I think that now they're the practical application of them is a lot easier to see. The AI tool, for the most part, when you put in videos, it doesn't clip to the best part of the video, which I wish that was true, but it doesn't work like that yet. But it does add sync to the beat. And as long as you have the clips, kind of edited when you put it into the CapCut templates, I think they can be really valuable. Hey, yeah, no problem. I moved on from ChatGPT pictures.
That's all right. Didn't have much more to add to that.
I was talking about the templates, and I was curious what you thought about it because I see them all the time in my feed. And my point was that when they first came out, I felt like the templates themselves were harder to use. Like if you weren't into exactly the same, like if you weren't going to deliver the exact same message that they imagined for the template, then it was really difficult to use. Now I feel like it's evolved where they're providing more. I feel like the robot is working better. The AI system or whatever is working better to like decide which parts of the video would be best. And they're also doing a better job of like clipping them up to the beat of the music, like picking songs that go with it just based on the type of content that you have. Like, for example, if I put like videos of my kids into the template, it will provide me like music that is more like family, like, kind of a la YouTube, free YouTube music, that kind of stuff. And then if I put in like weightlifting videos, it gives me like a lot of options for like I don't know, like discipline David Goggins type stuff, like with that kind of stuff in the background. So it seems to like know what I'm uploading.
Like recognize, yeah.
And I think that's pretty interesting and cool.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting and cool. And I think that along the same line, like my phone is getting much better at generating videos with my photos and videos that I have. Like again, back to like my kids, it'll send me like, here's new seal at a park in 2018.
Yeah, I love those videos.
Yeah, it's great. It's really, really cool. And I just think this is like a cool kind of interesting time where I feel like the AI, this is one of the, to me, is sort of like under discussed uses of these like robots that are they're enriching our lives. We don't even really realize it. I feel like it's kind of slowly happening, slow enough where it's like happening right under our nose, and we're not even considering how much this is influencing. Because anyways, my overall point was that these CapCut templates now in TikTok, I don't know if you've seen this, but I've seen it when I'm creating something. It will give me the option of using what is, I think, essentially just the same technology as the CapCut templates to create videos for me. It does it like when I come in, it's like, do you want to make a video about weightlifting or something? And it'll already have a couple of my videos in a template. Have you seen that?
I haven't.
Oh, dang. I think you're breaking up again a little bit.
Okay. It might say, it might not. But if I'm still here, I don't really use CapCut all too much. Like I mentioned, I think in one of our prior meetings, I use it more in terms of just like a general editor, like a video editor for cropping. I think it has a bit more functions that I like rather than just what Instagram provide themselves. That's why I like CapCut. But I know that they do have a lot, like sometimes I go on there for like inspiration, but I never actually use the templates themselves. I don't know why.
I've been trying to force myself to use them for the last couple of months, because I want that to work. I think like just in my mind, I feel like it should work and I want it to work. And so I've been trying to like see like, I'll pop in and I'll use some of them. I like the ones where it's like a green screen. Those are like really easy. And I find funny jokes there. And, but I think like in general, I think there will be practical application of that, certainly for us. But on a social media content, everyone hates making social media posts that we talk to, like, the future clients and stuff. They're like, oh, I don't like it. I don't even want to do it or whatever, which, whether that's true or not is a different question, but they could save tons of time. And like, there's I guess a big hole in the market for a tool like this, where if it could figure out a way just to like see your, kind of raw videos and know what in that video makes sense to turn into like a social media post. Because so often we find over and over again that what is needed is not, I would love for what is needed to be like great storytelling and like a nice hook and like all of these things. But the reality is like what is really needed is like your logo, a video of you doing some shit, and then, you know what I mean? The call to action. And you really don't have to like, in general, for like blanket kind of social media posts, a lot of people overthink it and they make it way too complicated, more complicated than it has to be. And so I think this could be a cool tool someday.